It is time to be gentle with yourself. With yourself. We tend to be really hypercritical. We have like those perfectionistic tendencies. We compare ourselves to people that we see on social media. I was just talking about this with some people yesterday. They were like, my life has kind of been shit. Not shit, but they've been going through a lot of anxiety and overwhelm, and they're frustrated, and they've just felt kind of hopeless for a couple months. And they're like, but I don't talk about it. I can't post about it on social media. And I'm like, nobody fucking does. I do. When I'm going through shit, I'll post it because I think it's helpful for people to see, like, you're not alone. These last 4 months have been very difficult for me, and I've shared when they've been difficult. I've shared that I have issues with depression and anxiety and, the frustration, but for the most part, people don't. And so we don't see other people going through the same things that we are facing. And so we feel like we should be doing something better. We should be handling life better. We should be able to get everything done. We should be able to feel okay. And we kind of berate ourselves when we don't. So this is saying for you, be gentle with yourself. It's kind of fitting that Jason Momoa is the mermaid on here, right? Like, be gentle to yourself, like you would want Jason to be gentle with you as he's like caressing your face. I don't know what your sexy fantasy with him would include, but the gentleness that would be encapsulated in there. Be fucking gentle with yourself. If you look, it's a beautiful, beautiful blue. It's so beautiful, but it's also dark, right? Dark, like how we feel when we're really stuck in our shit. And there is a little sharky shark back here. Shark for the difficult times, the stress. Like, you run into a shark, you're going to be stressed as fuck, right? The stress, the fear. Be gentle in the midst of all of that. Like, you're going through some shit. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle. Be easy about it. And if you need to rest. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to vent, vent. But be gentle with yourself and completely let go of the comparison shit. Like, let the comparison go. So when you do take the time for you, when you do things from a place of, I'm taking time to get high vibe and then I'm tackling the subject, you get better results. And that's a lot of what this is saying. You don't need to be harsh. You don't need to make demands. You're gentle with it. You allow yourself to do it in the way that feels good to you. Be honest with yourself. It is time to be honest with yourself. What I'm feeling for you is that you're doing things because someone else told you that you should. You maybe aren't fully aware of it, but you are taking actions to appease someone else because it's what they expect of you, rather than doing things because it's what you enjoy, it's what you want to do, and it's what brings fulfillment to your life. You can feel that it's a little bit off. You can feel that resistance to doing it. You're like, ugh. Like when you were younger and you'd go to school and you didn't really want to, but you kind of wanted to see your friends, but you knew you had to get out of bed or else your parents were probably going to stick their foot up your ass. So you throw the covers over and so that you can get up and then you go. You kind of have that feeling towards things that you don't want to do, but you're doing it because somebody else expects it of you. Someone else has maybe ingrained this into you for a really long time. And so that's why you're doing it. You're not being truthful with yourself about if it's something that actually benefits you, but it benefits the ego of the other person. So start analyzing when you do feel those feelings. Like, is this even something I want to do? Am I here for this? I don't think so. I don't want to. Well, there we go. That's the truth. So be honest with yourself. The truth is, we're never truly in control. We're not. Like, if y'all have heard of the chaos theory, like, we are in control in the way that we manifest our reality. Our thoughts become things. We dictate what we believe. And so that makes it whether or not we accept things, receive things, reject things, see the lack, see the abundance. But when you are manifesting, you're not in control of the how. You're in control of the end result. You're not in control of the how. So this is telling you that right now you're putting a lot of focus on how to make it happen. You're trying to take over the job of the universe instead of just believing that it is handled, that it is done, that you are good, you are set. You're like, okay, I need to make this happen. And this is telling you to take that step back and let the universe fill in the details. All you have to do is put your end destination into it. It's like GPS, right? You put your end destination in and it cruise controls you on the best way there for you. But you are in the driver's seat. You hopped out, you got your ass in the driver's seat instead of taking a nap in the passenger side. And every time you see a turn or every time you see a sign or you're like trying to force the gas to go, you're trying to force the car to turn the corner. When the universe is like, dude, just get your ass back in the passenger seat. I will get you there. Trust me. So for you, blessings are like stacked the fuck up. They are ready for you. They are like trying to get into your force field. They want you to receive them. They're like trying to give you a fucking hug. They're chasing you around at the party. They are here for you. These blessings are like here, right? But you need to believe that you get to receive them. I feel like some forgiveness of yourself. There's something from the past that you're holding against yourself. You're using it as karma, right? So we get really fucked up when it comes to karma. We think like when we've done a bad thing, that means something bad is coming to us. Everybody let go of that assumption. Like everyone, this is a blanket statement for all of you. It doesn't work quite that way, right? Just because you fucked up in the past, happen to you repeatedly in the future. So the shit that happened in the past that you're using as an excuse to believe you're not worthy of getting what you want, forgive yourself. Every single time you think of it, remember that each new moment right now is brand new. Right now has nothing to do with what happened 30 seconds ago. Each little single moment is its own snapshot of life entirely. It's not tied to what happened before. So you can enjoy things right now because the past, as soon as it happened, it was forgiven. It was forgiven. I want you guys to think of like the person that you love the most in the world. If you have kids, you will understand this concept very well. If you have like a dog or a cat that you love, you'll understand it as well because we do it with our animals. These people we love make mistakes, right? Your kid pees on the floor because they thought it was funny to take off their diaper when they were younger. That was a mistake. It's an annoying mistake. It's stinky. You had to clean your carpet 3 times to get the pee smell out. Same with your dog, because toddlers and dogs are like the same fucking thing, right? But you love, like you unconditionally love this being. And so when it happened, you let it go. You cleaned it up. You were maybe annoyed for 32 seconds. You cleaned it up and then you got snuggles and you were like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And you completely forgot about it, right? You probably didn't even remember it ever happened until I was just barely talking about it now. You did not hold it against your child or your pet. You let it go. It didn't matter because you love that being so much. That is exactly how your higher self thinks of you. You and your higher self are the same, but you're like the little toddler version. You're down here in the world, toddling around, making mistakes, fucking shit up. But then when good stuff happens, you're so cute and adorable because you're like, oh, thank you, universe. You just made everything better. That is the equivalent of cuddling with your higher self. You do the cute thing and it's like, you've never done anything wrong ever. You are the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. And so it has completely let it go. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. It's already forgotten about it. And it's just to the point where it's like, I want to buy you shit. We're going to say that every fucking day is your birthday. And I want to give you shit. I want to give you shit. I want to give you shit. You deserve it just for being so goddamn adorable. But you're like, I peed on the floor when I was 4. So that means I can't receive your presents. And your higher self is like, I don't fucking care. So when you are holding those things against yourself, let them go. Because your higher self literally does not give a fuck. It does not give a fuck. The only person who gives a shit is you. So when you let go of thinking that the thing you're holding against yourself has something to do with your self-worth, it won't anymore. It won't. And then you can receive all the shit because it is trying to give it to you. It is like fucking chucking it at you. It is dropping it on your doorstep. It is giving you all of these things and you're like, I can't see it. It doesn't exist. But it does. You just need to fucking forgive yourself so that you can enjoy it. So every time you start to think about it, nope, that was the past. Higher self loves me. Doesn't fucking matter. I get to have all the things. There is in your VI Bitch portal, if this is like difficult and it's kind of sticking, there is a hypnosis audio already for this. It's called I Forgive Me. And it is amazing at working through this kind of shit. So if you use the hypnosis audio, the I Forgive Me one, you listen to that, and then you do the stuff that I was just talking about, those two things will, it's not even going to be a thing anymore. And obviously anybody else who's like going through shit with forgiveness, do the same fucking thing. Like there's a reason this came up.